Portland Trailblazers. Jake, tell me this. Is it time now for Damian Lillard to finally move on from Portland and find a home where his talents can be better utilized? Or is he just too nice of a guy? And also throw in there, drugs are now relatively legal in Portland. Does he have any reason to leave?
Well, I'm going to answer your question from way over here because this is how deep the Dame shoots his shot. Way over here.
You're too close. Go back.
Okay, all right. So yeah. Look, dude, I love Dame. Dame is from my neck of the woods. He went to college over here in Utah, which I would love to see him come back and maybe play for the Jazz. You know, I'm just saying. Regardless, I think that this team is just it's a sad story. If I were to pick a sound for this team, it would be a sad violin right now. So here's the deal with Portland, and then I'll see what Cody thinks. But this is a team that you've got a superstar that checks all the boxes for you, right? Like he's just what you want him to be. You just feel a little bit bad for Dame because you don't want to see him wasting away his prime years on a team that is vying for the 8th seed. You know, it's just tough. So I don't know. It's a sad story in Portland. I wish that they would probably make some trades. Cody, what do you think, dude?
I think you're spot on with a lot of it. I think Portland's position is, have you guys ever heard of purgatory?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Of course.
Yeah, they're kind of in that threshold of sports purgatory.
Yeah.
Like, you middle around in that spot. Like, what do you guys, like, it's hard to draft young talent to improve the roster. And they're not really making substantial moves to improve the roster. Mm-hmm. So it is kind of a sad story with Dame kind of wasting away, but I appreciate the loyalty that he has.
For real.
To be that
rare.
To be pretty much a top 10 player in the NBA for the last couple of years. And he's shown immense loyalty in essentially the player empowerment era. Yeah. And he's showing unrivaled loyalty. I guess a lot of my stuff with Portland is like, when does Neil O'Shea realize that him and CJ McCollum are not panning out?
Right.
Like, they're one of the worst defensive backcourts in the NBA.
Well
like,
said.
Trade McCollum out and get like. You think Boston would trade him for like Marcus Smart? Give him some type of like defensive protection on the perimeter. Just something at some juncture before it's too late. You got to try to see if you can move McCollum to see if you can put this team over the top.
Absolutely.
I do like some of the moves that they did make too. And you got to figure Nurkic's back. So he was out pretty much all last year. So he's a pretty big defensive presence for the team. And then the trade for Covington. I think that gives him a lot. Covington's a good basketball player.
Sure.
He's very flexible defensively. He can play the 3-4, hit open threes. So they did make some pretty decent moves. They're pretty much my favorite to kind of hit that 8th seed spot in my eyes.
Okay, so did you hear recently? There was this report that and Dame had said that this next season, he was going to incorporate the half-court shot into his repertoire of shots. He's going to put that in his 15 seconds to go on the shot clock, sort of just going to pull up from half court.
You know, it ages me because I remember back in the day, especially watching the Jerry Sloan teams.
There you go.
So you got teams nowadays that on a fast break will pull up and shoot a 3 rather than taking the layup. If that would have happened like 20 years ago on a Jerry Sloan team, your ass wouldn't fucking play for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And nowadays,
I can see that too.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy to see how much games change. And the thing is like, I don't know if you're kidding or not, because it's like
I'm not actually.
I could very well see. You see him hit those threes, and he can hit them. Like if it adds a little different element to your game, and you can shoot them, it's just crazy that like the game's changed so much that a coach is like, yeah. See if you can hit some half-court threes.
Yeah, exactly. That's our best look at the hoop right now.
Yeah.
Is the half-court shot. I'm more of a Jerry Sloan sort of situation where, but at the same time, man, this if a guy's gonna have the green light to shoot a half-court shot, out of anybody in the NBA. I think number one for range. That's Dame.
I think they should change it to a 4-point shot.
There you go.
There you go. I like that. Yeah, that's good. Damian Lillard, if you're listening out there, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. Come on now.
All right.
Your time is running out. Utah's waiting for
There
you.
you go. There you go. It's beautiful out
Come
here.
back home.
He knows that.
He knows that. Yeah, I'm sure when he graduated from the UAU, he's like, I'm never coming back to this place.
He was. Yeah. No.
Oh, it was worse than that. It was up in
Yeah, with Weaver, right? Weaver.
Oh, Weaver, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. I gave him the benefit out there.
If Salt Lake's bad, what the fuck is Ogden?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
right. It's the Trenton of Utah.
There you go.